There is a moment every man hits. You don't see it coming. One morning you wake up and something is different. The energy you had at 25 is gone. The recovery that used to take 1 day now takes 4. The sharpness in your mind has a fog over it. And you tell yourself it's normal. You tell yourself this is just aging. But here is the truth nobody tells men over 40. What you are experiencing is not inevitable. It is not simply the passage of time. It is the result of doing nothing while your biology quietly shifted against you. The men who thrive at 50, 60, and beyond are not lucky. They are deliberate. They made specific decisions at a specific time. And that time is now. 7 things every man over 40 must do before it's too late. This is not a wellness list. This is a survival manual. Count how many you are already doing. Write your number in the comments. Let's begin. Thing 1. Get your blood work done. All of it. Not the basic panel your doctor orders at your annual physical. Not just cholesterol and blood pressure. The full picture. Total testosterone and free testosterone. HBG, estradiol, cortisol, thyroid panel including T3, T4, and TSH, vitamin D, magnesium, ferritin, fasting insulin, CRP for inflammation. Most men over 40 are walking around with one or more critical deficiencies or imbalances they know nothing about, because nobody checked. Because the standard annual physical was designed for disease detection, not optimization. You cannot fix what you cannot see, and you cannot see anything without the right data. Get the blood work. Find out exactly what is happening inside your body right now, not what you assume, not what feels normal, what is actually there. This single step changes everything that follows. Thing 2. Protect your sleep like your life depends on it, because it does. Sleep is not rest. Sleep is the only time your body performs the biological maintenance that keeps you functional and alive. Human growth hormone is released almost entirely during deep sleep. Testosterone is synthesized during REM cycles. The brain's glymphatic system, which flushes toxic waste including the proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease, only activates during sleep. Cellular repair, immune recalibration, memory consolidation, all of it happens only when you are unconscious. After 40, sleep architecture changes. Deep sleep stages shorten. REM becomes fragmented. This is not something you simply accept. This is something you engineer. Blackout curtains. Room temperature between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. No alcohol within 3 hours of sleep. No screens after 9 p.m. Consistent sleep and wake times even on weekends. Every hour of quality sleep you protect after 40 is an hour of biological maintenance your future self will thank you for. Thing 3. Lift heavy things. Consistently. Not cardio, not yoga, not walking. Resistance training. Heavy, progressive, consistent resistance training. After 40, men lose between 1 and 2% of muscle mass per year through a process called sarcopenia. Muscle is not vanity. Muscle is a metabolic organ. It regulates insulin sensitivity. It produces hormones. It protects joints. It is the single greatest predictor of longevity in men over 40 according to multiple large-scale studies. A 2022 study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that men who performed resistance training twice per week had a 23% lower risk of all-cause mortality. Not disease-specific mortality. All causes. Muscle mass is armor. The more you carry, the more protected you are from everything that tries to kill you. You do not need to become a bodybuilder. You need to pick up heavy things, put them down, and do it again 3 times a week for the rest of your life. Thing 4. Eliminate the foods that are destroying your hormones. You cannot out-supplement a bad diet. You cannot out-train a hormonal disruption happening 3 times a day at the dinner table. After 40, your hormonal system becomes significantly more sensitive to dietary inputs. The foods that barely affected you at 25 are now systematically dismantling your biology. Seed oils, soybean, canola, sunflower, and corn oil. These polyunsaturated fats oxidize under heat, incorporate into your cell membranes, and drive systemic inflammation. Ultra-processed foods. Anything with an ingredients list longer than 5 items that you cannot pronounce. These products are designed in laboratories to override your satiety signals and keep you eating. They are not food. They are consumable products engineered for profit. Sugar in excess, which drives insulin resistance, visceral fat accumulation, and the hormonal cascade that follows. Replace these with animal proteins, eggs, vegetables, fruit, and whole food fats. This is not a diet. This is removing the weapons being used against your biology. Thing 5. Address your stress or it will address you. Chronic stress is the silent executioner of the male body after 40. Cortisol, your primary stress hormone, is designed for short-term survival. Run from the predator, escape the danger, return to baseline. But in modern life, the predator never goes away. It is the mortgage, the deadlines, the relationship friction, the news cycle, the constant low-grade threat that never resolves. Chronically elevated cortisol does 6 things to a man over 40. It suppresses testosterone production directly. It breaks down muscle tissue for fuel. It drives visceral fat accumulation around the organs. It disrupts sleep architecture. It impairs immune function. And it shrinks the hippocampus, the memory center of the brain. Stress management is not weakness. It is not meditation retreats and scented candles. It is a biological imperative. Cold exposure, breathwork, time in nature, genuine human connection, and the deliberate removal of chronic stressors from your life. These are not luxuries, they are medicine. Thing 6. Audit your relationships and environment. Your biology does not exist in isolation. It is constantly being shaped by the people around you and the environment you inhabit. Research from Harvard's longest-running study on human development found that the quality of your close relationships is the single strongest predictor of health and longevity in men. Not diet, not exercise. Relationships. Men who are socially isolated after 40 have cortisol profiles similar to men under chronic physical threat. Their immune systems underperform. Their testosterone declines faster. Their cognitive decline accelerates. Simultaneously, the physical environment matters. The air you breathe indoors, the chemicals in your cleaning products, the quality of the water you drink, the electromagnetic noise of devices in your bedroom. All of these inputs are shaping your biology every single day. Audit both. Strengthen the relationships that drain you, cut the ones that cost more than they give, and clean up the environment your body is forced to operate in. Thing 7. Build a purpose that demands you stay alive. This is the one that most men skip, because it sounds philosophical, because it sounds soft, but the data is not soft. The Okinawa study of men who lived past 100 found one shared characteristic above all others: ikigai, a reason to get up in the morning, a sense of purpose that extends beyond personal survival. Men without purpose after 40 show accelerated biological aging markers: shorter telomeres, higher inflammatory cytokines, lower testosterone, faster cognitive decline. Purpose is not a luxury. It is a biological signal to every system in your body that continued operation is necessary. When your body believes there is no reason to stay sharp, it stops investing in maintenance. It begins managed decline. Find work that matters. Build something that will outlast you. Mentor someone younger. Create. Contribute. Give your biology a reason to keep fighting for you. Because the body follows where the mind leads. And a mind without direction sends one signal to every cell. Shut down. Closing. 7 things. Not suggestions. Not wellness tips. Biological imperatives for men who refuse to disappear quietly into decline. Get your blood work done so you can see the battlefield clearly. Protect your sleep because it is the only time your body heals itself. Lift heavy things because muscle is the armor of longevity. Remove the foods that are dismantling your hormones meal by meal. Address your stress before it systematically dismantles everything else. Audit your relationships and environment because your biology is shaped by both. And build a purpose that demands you stay alive. The men who do these 7 things do not just survive their 40s. They become more dangerous, more vital, and more alive than they were at 30. The men who ignore them become statistics. You already know which one you want to be. If you are already doing 3 or more of these, write your number in the comments. Subscribe, because we are building the manual they never gave you, and we are just getting started.